a healthy mix of sun and clouds as we go through the rest of your Tuesday. Temperatures in the 30s for a majority of the region. Low to mid-30s, though. East River, mid-30s, and a couple of low 40s, though, the farther west you go. Then as we head into your night, a little bit of fog not out of the question in a couple of areas. East River, especially beyond that. Partly cloudy, low temperatures in the teens with a few low 20s. We'll go through the rest of your 7-day forecast coming up, but until then, midday in KELOLAND starts right now.
Live from KELOLAND Media Group, midday in KELOLAND.
2 women accused of stealing money from a casino to bail a man out of jail. Plus,
the devastation from Japan's deadly earthquake continues. I'm Natalie Brand with details of a plane collision linked to relief efforts.
good afternoon and thanks for having us in. 2 Sioux Falls women are charged with stealing $15,000 from a Sioux Falls casino to bail a man whom they were both dating out of jail. 28-year-old Whitney Christopherson was an employee at the Happy Jack's Casino at 46th and Western. Court documents say 26-year-old Isabella Powell was with her on August 4th when the women allegedly stole the money from the casino and drove to the jail to pay a man's bond. Christopherson told investigators she only did it because she was threatened and feared for her life. Both women are currently in the Minnehaha County Jail and are scheduled to appear in court this week. Developing this midday, Sioux Falls police are investigating an SUV versus building crash along South Minnesota Avenue. The vehicle crashed into an office building just after 10 a.m. There are several businesses inside the building, which is just north of 77th Street. At this point, there is no word on what caused the crash or whether anyone was hurt. We've contacted police and we'll let you know when we have an update. Switching gears to weather, it's pretty chilly out there. It's going to get notably chillier before too long. Hi, Adam.
Yeah, we're finally going to feel like winter after a record-setting December in terms of warmth in Sioux Falls. We're going to be getting a reminder of what we are typically in store for as we head deeper into the winter season. Meanwhile, in Huron, beautiful blue skies above in Beadle County, 33 northwesterly breeze, nice and light at 10 miles per hour. Great afternoon to get outside. And with some fog and cloud cover dissipating off in the distance here on our downtown camera, 37 northwest wind now turning to the west, also at 10 miles per hour. Across KELOLAND, we are doing pretty well for ourselves. 30 for Brookings as well as Worthington, 32 up in Aberdeen, 30 Pierre, 36 Rapid City, 34 Spearfish, 28 though, one of the cooler readings in Phillip, 37 down towards Spencer. Winds are more than tolerable, 5 to 10 miles per hour if you're West River, 10 to 15 miles per hour if you are East River, but all predominantly out of that west by northwesterly direction, which is making it feel at least a little on the chilly side. Yes, there are wind chill factors in the 20s in many locations, but now let's face it, we have experienced far worse. Satellite and radar is working. I can zoom out to prove it. We do have stuff out there. We have to go several hundred miles away to get anything nearby, but it's out there all the same. And we're going to stay pretty quiet for the next couple of days. For the rest of your afternoon, we'll see highs in the low to mid-30s for southeastern KELOLAND with a healthy mix of sun and clouds and a bit of a breeze out of the northwest, 10 to 15 miles per hour there. Up to the northeast, more of the same, low to mid-30s, partly sunny overall with that lighter northwesterly breeze still in place. Out west, we warm up a little bit more. Nothing too drastic, but a low to mid-40s from Buffalo to Hot Springs, 30s elsewhere. You also have a light breeze in place for the rest of your day. We'll go through the rest of your 7-day forecast in a little more detail coming up.
All right, sounds good, Adam. Well, the warm winter thus far has been forcing people in Sioux Falls indoors to enjoy time on the ice. Open skating sessions at the Shields Iceplex have been busy, in part because the city of Sioux Falls still can't open its outdoor rinks.
Especially with a winter like we've had, having the Shields Iceplex with 3 sheets is huge.
The Iceplex has seen an increase of skaters over the past several warm winters. Find out how they're able to accommodate all these skating enthusiasts in tonight's Eye on KELOLAND at 10. The heroes behind the Badges Blood Drive has hit the halfway point. The event is a competition between Sioux Falls Police and Fire Rescue and expects to challenge the all-time record of nearly 1,300 donations. That's enough units to supply 2 weeks' worth of blood to area hospitals and highlights the importance of giving year-round.
You can donate every 56 days. So the average person donating in our region is about 1.9 times a year. So if we can get an individual to consider donating just one more time a year, that would make a huge difference.
754 people donated blood prior to the long holiday weekend. The bloodmobile can be found this afternoon at the Washington Pavilion and Great Life at Willow Run Golf Course. A donor is going to tell us why they donated on behalf of fire rescue tonight on KELOLAND News. At least 5 people are dead in Japan after a devastating collision involving a Coast Guard aircraft and a passenger plane at Tokyo's Haneda Airport. The Coast Guard aircraft was carrying relief supplies to quake victims in Japan's northwest coast. At least 48 people were killed after the powerful 7.6 magnitude earthquake hit on Monday. Natalie Brand reports from Washington.
A Japan Airlines A350 burst into flames at Tokyo's Haneda Airport on Monday. The plane had just arrived from northern Japan with 379 passengers and crew on board when it collided with a Japanese Coast Guard aircraft. Video from inside the cabin shows smoke inside. Moments before evacuation chutes deployed and all of the people on board the plane were able to escape to safety. But 5 members of the Japanese Coast Guard crew who were on their way to provide earthquake relief to people on Japan's northwest coast were killed. A Weather Service camera recorded the start of the magnitude 7.6 quake that destroyed homes, shook railway stations, and even rattled stones at this ancient shrine Monday. American Daniel Smith was there.
It just started very slowly. And everybody kind of left it off. They thought, this is kind of humorous, on New Year's Day. And then it's just a violent shaking. Violent shaking.
With the threat of a tsunami now over, Japan's nuclear authority said its reactors are all fine. But large areas of the Noto Peninsula have been devastated, and mudslides and damaged roads are complicating efforts to find people who may still be trapped under the rubble. Officials are now warning residents to stay away from their homes, with more quakes still possible over the next few days. Natalie Brand, CBS News.